and I somehow convinced my parents that it was my sister's fault and not mine. That's disgusting and you should be in jail. Hooked up with this lady and then you could play Fortnite with her brother. We are going to read some chat confessions. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Or I guess you guys have sinned. I was sleeping in my friend's room on a blowout mattress for the night, and I jerked off under the covers with him in a separate bed next to mine. God damn. Okay, Jerky McGee. On a blowout mattress is crazy. Have I done that? No. But probably something similar. But they were in different beds and he didn't know, so no harm, no foul, but maybe don't do that. At least you were under the covers. Thank you for confessing your sin. I have something that reminded me of in my life. I don't know if I should share it publicly, but I might as well. My sister... I have 2 older sisters. I don't know how old. This is disgusting, by the way, so don't judge me. Keep in mind, I was like a child. I was probably, I want to say like 6. And that means my sister was 8 and my other sister was 9. My oldest sister had her own room. And then me and my other sister, our rooms were right next to each other. We got like hand-me-down beds from someone. And so my bed was like this big bed and it was like painted dark and it had dark sheets. My sister had 2 twin beds in her room that were like, they looked like princess beds. And my bed used to scare me because it looked, once the lights were off, it was like dark and scary. So sometimes I would sleep in my sister's room because it was like princess colored or whatever. And I would wake up at night and I had to go pee. And she had carpets. So let me set the layout for you. It was like a carpeted room. And then against the wall, there are these 2 twin beds. And then there's like a table in between. I would be in this bed. And then here's the corner of the room right here. I would get up to go pee, but I would, I guess, be too lazy to go to the bathroom to go pee. So I would go to the corner of the room where it was a carpet, and I would just pee on the ground in the corner of the room, just like on the carpet. I did that for probably a couple years. Eventually, we removed the carpets and put like wood or something. For some reason, they used a black light to remove the carpeting, and they just noticed it was a whole fucking circle in the corner. And I somehow convinced my parents that it was my sister's fault and not mine. And I don't think they thought that she was peeing, but they were like, this is her fault. But I think she knows that now. We've talked about it since. I have no regrets. I did nothing wrong. Everyone else was at fault except for me. No one taught me that I'm not supposed to pee in the corner of the room. Sometimes I fantasize about Harry Styles when I'm with my partner. Oh my God. You should go on that Mormon dating show. This is very Mormon dating of you. With respect, we all have our types. I mean, that's not that crazy. It's not like she does it every time. I'm assuming this is a girl. It could be a guy, who knows? I'm sure that other people do similar-ish things. That's not that crazy. Why are they with their partner in that case? That's just like a celebrity crush. Damn, maybe I'm wrong about this. Seems like everyone else is saying that they need to break up. I didn't think it was all that. I mean, who hasn't fantasized about having sex with Harry Styles? Let's just talk. Let's be real. But yeah, what are they supposed to do? Go be with Harry Styles? Like, he seems like he's busy. Just to be clear, I am not fantasizing about Harry Styles when I'm having sex with my partner. Thank you for confessing your sin. I started at the zoo on a school trip. When I was in 10th grade, I was at a boarding school, and during the weekend, they would have activities going on, and one time there was a zoo trip at night, and I joined it. I had fun. You gotta figure out punctuation, big bro. I feel like this is a different language. When I was in 10th grade, I was at a boarding school. Let's talk about that too. What did you do to go to a boarding school? But at the end, my stomach was hurting. But I planned on waiting till I got back to school. This is one sentence, oh my God. But when everyone got on the bus, 1 kilometer away from the bathroom, it was not starting at all, so I waited and waited for about 30 minutes. And at that point, I knew it was now or never, but it was too late within 70 meters of the bus. This is all one sentence, holy fuck. But I had an unpleasant experience walking the 1 kilometer down. When I got to the toilet, they were closed due to it being late, so I found a bush and used it as best I could. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. And some leaves work better as toilet paper. You know what the real crime is the punctuation, the grammar. That's the real confession. You confess that you gotta pay better attention in school. But thank you for confessing your sin. I mean, that's you did what you had to do. What I find fucked up is the policing of bathrooms. They say death and taxes are the 2 things that everyone has in common. That's not true. The third one is sometimes you just gotta take a shit and you're in an inconvenient place to do so. Definitely, this is probably like Australia or something. It's a different country. Every city in America, seemingly, especially in Los Angeles, you can't use a public bathroom unless you buy something. So we've essentially priced out poor people, like really poor people, from going to the bathroom in public. And simultaneously, it's a crime to do it in public. So if you don't have money, the only way to go to the bathroom is to commit a crime in doing so and be like a sex pervert, I guess, because it's a sexual crime. It's ridiculous. Sometimes you gotta poop. What are you gonna do? You know, I don't think you did anything wrong. You seem like you tried really hard to do it the right way. What are you gonna do? I've done worse than this, though. Let's just get into it. One time, I used to work as a social media guy for a band that was on tour, and I went with them. One night, I woke up, it was about 4:30 in the morning, something like that. Usually we would land in the city at like 8 in the morning. One thing about tour buses, you can pee in the bathroom, but you're not allowed to poop because I don't know why. I don't know how they build tour buses. I woke up one morning, probably 4:30 in the morning, I was cooking a burrito in my pants, as you will. I had to go and I didn't know what to do. So I went and asked the bus driver, like when we were stopping, he said, we're about 3 hours away. So we were just stalled on the freeway also. Everyone was asleep. The lights were all off. At one point I was like, I'm going to poop in my pants if I don't know what to do. So I went to the kitchen, the main area. I noticed there was a loaf of bread in a bag. I took out all of the bread, threw it down the trash chute. I went to the bathroom. Allegedly, this is all alleged, might have pooped in the bag. Afterwards, tied up the bag, threw it down the trash chute. A few days later, someone said, did you hear what happened? Apparently there was like a bag of poop in the trash chute. And I was like, I'm hearing this for the first time right now. This is ridiculous that I couldn't imagine someone doing that. I'm hearing this now for the first time. And the person who was telling me that was like, damn, that's crazy, right? I think everyone just assumed it was another guy who might have been a little stinkier because I smell good. I'm a petite, smell good man. Never heard about it ever again. But anyways, I understand what you're saying, poopy guy. Also, it was at a zoo, so you're probably fine. The animals poop outside. When I was little, I would stretch my gum out like noodles and leave it around places, around my home, stores, etc. Then I would pretend to find it and be like, yum, someone left spaghetti here, and slurp it up. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, and you should be in jail. I hate that. Why would you even say that? This is disgusting. Thank you for confessing. I hate it. Stinky ass, gum ass bitch. In my history class, the desks are super low down and basically push up against your thighs. Oh no, this is bad. One day I was super horny and thought, fuck it. I start humping the desk without anyone noticing. It went too far and I did it in my pants. Right after the incident, I went to the bathroom, cleaned myself up. You should be in jail. I take it back. Thank you for confessing your sin. This is disgusting. You should be in jail. That's wild. But I mean, also, like, what is this? The tiny kid school? Like, let's get bigger desks. Why are the desks so low down? I don't like this. I don't like the horny things, but also like in school, it's making me feel like I don't know how old the people in my community are. Let's talk about some job stuff, you guys. One time when I was a kid, my mom asked me to take suggestive pictures of her for a dating profile. Oh my God, your mom should be in jail. What is suggestive pictures? Did it work out? Did she find someone? These are things like I want to know what happened. I want to know, like, were the pictures good? Did you do a good job? Are you a photographer still? Did she get any matches? These are questions that we need to know before I'm able to judge what happened. Thank you for confessing your sin. I forgot to do Hail Marys. Everyone else who I forgot, a million Hail Marys. I thought I was a good singer until I realized I was tone deaf. Sorry to all who heard me sing. It was a dark time. I've always been so interested in this shit. Like, how did you thought you were doing it? That makes no sense. I feel like even I can like hit the notes. Like, I understand the notes. I'm not good. But I'm like, how do you not hit the notes and think you are? Tone deafness is so interesting to me. Probably some dog shit. 20 Hail Marys for making people hear it, but you could still redeem yourself. Thank you for your confession. One time I clogged the toilet, the plunger didn't work, then blamed it on another person. Got karma and my friend accidentally dropped my toothbrush in the clogged toilet while throwing ramen to the other cabin through the window, but they never found out I clogged that shit. Gross. That was disgusting. So this is what you're supposed to do in a situation like this. You never say it was someone else, because that's mean. What you're supposed to do is say, you know what's crazy? It could have been any one of us. That way you're not blaming anyone in particular. You're saying any of us could have done it, which is true. Because in reality it was you, but it could have been anyone. And then that gets everyone around you thinking, like, who was it? Probably not you, because you're the one who even suggested that. So they're going to be like, you're safe. This is gross. Why half of the people here are like, I jizzed in my classroom when I was 12 years old. And then the rest of them are like, I pooped in my pants, and then I pooped in my friend's pants too. That's it. That's like the majority of these responses. I'm so confused. I accidentally poisoned a classmate in my 9th grade photography class 13 years ago because I was mixing chemicals into my leftover Oreo dip-em sticks. I turned my back for 5 seconds and he was eating them. He lived, I swear. This is not even your fault. This is your fatty classmate who had to eat your Oreo sticks. They're not even theirs. It's not even his. His fat ass had to go eat these like poison things. That's not even your fault. You did nothing wrong. -5 Hail Marys. They should be doing your Hail Marys. Okay, my cousin and I would have baths together and touch each other. Okay. I don't know what to say about that one. That's not good. 25 Hail Marys. I don't really care if people know this, but it's a huge secret in my family that my uncle slept with my grandma involving some weird religious shit while he was married to my aunt. They're still married. What a creep. I don't really know what to do right now. Should I just skip this one? It's implied that it's his own mom. Is it to be implied that he said, like, God said we have to do this? He said some weird religious shit? 25 million Hail Marys for the guy, the uncle. Let's go back to some poopy pants ones. I was traveling internationally and staying in a hostel. Okay, what are you, okay, businessman. One of my friends introduced me to this 31-year-old lady. I was 21 at the time. She invited me back to her room. When we were in there, her little brother, who's my age, walked in and climbed into the top bunk. She tried to act like it was normal and fine to keep going, but I left ASAP after that. That's crazy. Is this a culture thing? Who's to say? Don't even know what country this is. Could have been cool. You could have hooked up with this lady and then you could have played Fortnite with her brother. So maybe open up your mind a little bit. Stop being so Western. These Western morals. 15 Hail Marys. But it seems like you did nothing wrong, like you left after. I'm seeing 4 different guys. 4 situationships, I guess, but I hate using that word. That's crazy. What are you, Mormon? This is gossip. You should tell all of them that you're going to the big dance with them. And then you're gonna be like, ugh, oh no. That could be a TV episode. This is like the girl bossification of cheating on your boyfriend. I unironically watch shipping videos of my favorite streamers. Like, I know it's JS content. What's JS content? But I like watching the dynamics even though I know there's no chance that they will be together. Are they doing this? JS is just? Just say just. Okay, sorry. Millennial? I'm literally not even a millennial. I'm a Gen Z. You guys are, that's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. I didn't even know they made these. What are shipping videos? Is that just they're like, this person and this person are dating? Are any of them, am I in any of them? That would be funny. But no. It's a bit parasocial. I don't know how streamers feel about this. I assume they probably don't like it, but I don't know. That's like nothing, right? That's just videos. 5 Hail Marys. Watch better things. They ship me with Ludwig. He's taken. I shit my pants. All right, man. 2 million Hail Marys. Gay man here. Wait, this is fun. I love it. I love a gossipy gay man. They're so fun. I have a Google sheet where I write down details about every time I have sex with a new person. Alright, just gotta say though, don't like when people do this. It's a bit weird. I feel like people do this a lot in the locker room talk. You know, boys just talking about boys shit or whatever. People will be like, what's your body count or whatever? And like, what's the number? Like, what are people be like? I have a notes app with like all the names and stuff. And I feel like that's like a common-ish thing with a lot of people. I don't like that. I don't know my body count. It's not like high, but it's like I wasn't counting. Was everyone counting? Oh wait, I should read it. 481. Holy fuck. Demographic details like estimated age, assumed race, archetype, 481 fucks. I mean, I will say, with respect to you, you never got an STD, you did your thing, you know what you're doing. I'm assuming these are all, everyone's having fun. So like, I don't know, you know what you're doing. Maybe chill a little bit, but I don't know, who am I to tell you what to do? Seems like you're good at it. When I was little, I was at a party, and I found some leftover beers they had behind. Hell yeah. This is my party. I got curious and drank some of it. They were beer bottles with piss in them. Never mind, that was not my party. Gross. Who was watching you? What party was this? That's so, like, sad, honestly, but kind of funny, but gross. Definitely just brush your teeth later, even though this was probably years ago. But just do it again. It's not your fault. Thank you for confessing your sins. A couple of weeks ago, I felt lonely, so I entered a Discord server just to talk to people. Started to talk with this girl just passing the time. It was all cool and all good vibes, some things in common. But then she started to want to roleplay and calling me baby and love. And now I am pretty sure she thinks we are e-dating or something because she's been sending me pictures and asking for them, getting more and more sexual in the DMs. I should have come clean and just said I'm not interested, but now I think it's too late and I don't want to just ghost her because she's very sweet and I enjoy our conversations. Father, what should I do? You should genuinely just basically say exactly this. Just say, hey, I think you're a really cool person, but I think this might be getting a little too serious for me, and I'm not interested in like a really serious internet relationship, and I think you're a great person, and I would love to still be your friend. And you don't even have to really be your friend. You're just scared because you don't want to upset her. But she's going to be upset either way. If you never talk to her again, she's going to be upset. And honestly, communication, it's scary. She'll be sad for a second, but then immediately after, she'll be like, you know, he's a really good person for saying that. Whoa, what? What just happened? I just got botted? What does that mean? Oh, it's like, oh no, now I can't read all these people that shat in their pants. Boo-hoo, you know? It's like, fine. Someone was lame, but it's also like, that's on you. But anyways, some nerd had to fuck it up, but whatever. Anyways,